Hello, welcome back to the workshop. Right, in a car boot sale I went to the other week, for £5 I purchased this here, rusty box, in which, complete with instructions and a packing guide, you can't get this stuff back in without a packing guide, I brought a primer stove. In this case, let me just show you that. It is a, it only goes in that way, by the way. It's a Primus number 96. It is, however, as you can see, in a bit of a sorry state. Just that out. You can see, but most of that down to the box being full of rust, which is something I will deal with straight away. Pass out. We will just get all the rust out. And then we will get this running, which shouldn't be too difficult. Bear with me 2 seconds. Right. Probably. Where did I put those tissues? I am losing my marbles. Where did I leave my marbles? Crikey, where did I put those? I'm just going to give that a wipe out. With a bit of paraffin. Actually, I'll tell you what. The problem with the dust, this rusty dust, is that it gets into everything. Whereas in actual fact this tin is tin plated, so it's not in fact rust inside of here. It will get coat of oil. So the plan in this video is to get this stove up and running. Right, there are a couple of pinholes in the bottom because that's rusty. I might clean up that rust at some point and paint it. But that is much better. That will now not drop rust everywhere. Right, let me just tidy that away. Right, so first things first is it doesn't work. Specifically, what we're going to have to do is clean that, not that being dirty stops it working, and we'll clean that as well, and we'll clean that, quite a lot of it on this, some of it on a little Dremel. We have there a cute little brass funnel, and I'll give those a quick clean up as well. Some of this will just need wiping down, and that's all it's going to get. But the major concern is this doesn't work. Specifically, what it doesn't do is it doesn't pump up. So let's just show you what the problem there is. We'll pull that out, get in there. If you can't get these undone, what you can do is, using a bit of paper to protect it, you can use something like this, but you really do want to protect that brass because you don't want to damage it. Now what the problem here is that is very dry, but I don't think there's anything particularly wrong with that. So what we're going to do is very quickly just put a bit of oil on there. And then we'll just go and put a little bit of oil down here. Back in. And if necessary we can change the pump in the bottom, not the pump, the one-way valve in the bottom. Now do that up. And don't get any pressure yet. No. Oh, there we go, it's working. Okay. As that cup washer sucks up the oil, it will expand a bit. Right, I'll be back in 2 seconds. I'm just going to get some tissues, some clean tissues. Right, so what we're going to do to this thing here is give that top surface a wipe. Something this didn't come with, what I might do is I might attack that with a brass wheel in a minute. It did not come with the spanner or a pricker, but I have spares of those. That's 3/4 inch, 19mm on that end, and that end is specifically designed to fit in there, which we'll come to. Right, so we're just going to give that a clean up on the bench grinder, give the outside a clean up on the bench grinder. That is just going to get a wipe down. That's all that needs. That is a little brass funnel for filling up this here. And this thing here is a little meth bottle. And this meth bottle cleans up quite nicely. Don't know how clean I'll try and make that, because I don't want to over clean this. It does have a certain charm from looking old. There we go. Primus. We shall fill that up with mess in a minute. Right, so let's just get some goggles on. Where have I put my goggles from yesterday? Some gloves on. And all we're going to do is get that right out of the way. Just clean the muck off these couple of these bits. Right, I'll give those a clean up as well later. Don't put that pricker. Right, so we're just going to go and shove the pricker in there. Almost done. Put those back on. Right, now what we're going to do is just use this to clean up, I don't know which way around that go, that way around, I think. Clean up the bits we can't easily get to. Let's put that. I'll go with that one. I think, right, let's fire it up. Off comes the centre cap, that can live over there, or that does live over there. On goes the central burner. Very unusual burner, this one. That incidentally is not a Primus, that's an Optimus, so that's Primus, that's made by Optimus, the top little bit there. Right, we'll chuck that on there. That will go on there. And we are going to go and fill this thing up with a little bit of paraffin. Do. That's 3/4 full. Right, so I've spilled some mess which I'm going to wipe up because you don't want to catch mess alight, it's nasty stuff in the wrong place. I am going to fill this up with mess as well. Let's see how it runs. beginning to go. It's tipped over one side, so it needs pricking. That's the problem. Okay, that's coming out too fast. That off. I'll have to let that flame die down. I'm just going to wipe off this excess paraffin. Right. We have 1 litre of water, we have 1 kettle. Now done. See how long it takes. There you have it, 5 minutes 40 seconds. I'll tell you something that it does need. It will need a new one-way valve. So we will need a new one of these in the bottom. And it would also need a new cup washer. But that is pretty fast. I quite like that. Didn't quite like the fireworks. Something I didn't mention, by the way. Let me just see how hot that is. Okay, let's clean up the paraffin spillage. Is on the bottom. Let me just take those off. So quite hot. Take that off. because it will fall off and I do what I'm about to do. And I'll take that off as well. Is that on the bottom there should, let's get a torch out. Chuck that out in a sec. Just be able to see a date code of R. Have I got that the right way up? Oh no, there we go. So there's the date code there of R, because that was made in 1927. Let me just chuck some water on that. So, not a bad little stove, a couple of little bits to do. I probably will show changing the pump thingy in there, it doesn't take very long. But 5 minutes 40 seconds to boil a litre of water for such a tiny little stove is quite impressive. Puts out quite a lot of heat, can put out quite a fire show. Thank you for watching, please like, share and subscribe.